Maybach has never built a pickup truck. Not in 1921, not in 2002 when they relaunched under Mercedes. Not even when luxury SUVs became the fastest growing segment in the world. So when internal documents from Stuttgart surfaced last month, showing final homologation specs for a vehicle coded X167 Maybach PU Night Edition, people assumed it was fake. But it's not. What you're looking at is the 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Pickup Night Edition. 800 horsepower, $385,000 starting price, limited global production, and a waiting list that's already longer than the vehicle itself. I've spent the last 2 weeks analyzing leaked supplier documents, comparing this truck to every competitor in the ultra-luxury segment, from the Ram 1500 TRX to the upcoming GMC Hummer EV 6x6, and speaking with industry contacts who've seen this vehicle in person. And here's what I can tell you with confidence. This is not a concept. This is not a marketing stunt. This is a production vehicle designed for a buyer that most brands don't even know exists. I'll show you exactly what separates a $385,000 Maybach pickup from a $120,000 Ram TRX. We'll cover the following. The exterior, not just design, but engineering decisions that cost 7 figures to develop. The interior, and why pink ambient lighting is a calculated psychological strategy, not a style choice. The powertrain, 800 horsepower in a truck, and why that number is almost irrelevant compared to what it represents. The price, the ownership reality, and the single question that determines whether you should ever consider buying one. By the end, you'll know whether this vehicle was built for someone like you, or whether you were never supposed to see it at all. Let's begin. The first thing you need to understand is that the GLS 800 pickup doesn't look like a Maybach that became a truck. It looks like a truck that became a problem. Matte black paint, not gloss, not metallic, matte. The kind of finish that doesn't reflect the world around it. It erases it. Every panel is flush. Every gap is measured in microns. The fender flares are wide, aggressive, but not theatrical. They sit exactly where physics demands them. Form follows function, and function here is dominance. The grille is vertical, chrome slats behind a 3-pointed star that sits perfectly centered, like a signet ring on a closed fist. The headlights are thin, adaptive LED units that sweep the road ahead before you even turn the wheel. They don't announce your presence, they confirm it. For context, the GMC Hummer EV 6x6 uses quad LED arrays with crab walk assist lighting. The Ram TRX uses adaptive bi-LED projectors. The Maybach uses matrix LED with 84 individually controlled zones per headlight. That's not just brighter, that's predictive. The truck sees the road before you do. And the bed. Most pickups treat the bed like an afterthought, a necessary evil. Here it's framed in chrome, lined in brushed aluminum, and lit by LEDs embedded into the rails. The tonneau cover retracts with a single button press. Motorized, silent, seamless. You could carry tools, luggage, art, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it's there, and that it was designed with the same obsessive precision as the cabin. This truck sits on 24-inch forged wheels, multi-spoke, black chrome finish, wrapped in all-terrain Pirelli Scorpion rubber that somehow manages to look both tactical and elegant. The air suspension can raise the chassis 3 inches for off-road capability. When you walk toward it, the truck knows. Proximity sensors trigger the mirrors to unfold, the lights to pulse once, the suspension to lift. Not because it's showing off, because it's ready. The Ram TRX uses key fob proximity detection. The Hummer EV uses app-based approach unlock. The Maybach GLS 800 pickup uses biometric recognition via door handle capacitive sensors. It knows your fingerprint. It knows if you're authorized, and if you're not, it doesn't move. Now imagine putting your hand on the door handle. It's cool, machined, flush with the body until your fingers approach. Then it extends just enough. You pull, and the door opens with the kind of hydraulic damped weight that tells you this isn't sheet metal. This is structure. This is armor. This is a vault on wheels. And when you step inside, the world outside stops existing. You're not sitting in a truck. You're sitting in a theorem. Black Napa leather, hand-stitched, contrast stitching in silver threads so fine it looks like code written across the seats. The driver's seat has 20-way power adjustment, heating, ventilation, 6 massage modes. The steering wheel is thick, perforated leather, heated grips, touch-sensitive controls embedded into the left and right spokes. The paddle shifters behind it are magnesium, cold, tactile, satisfying in a way that has nothing to do with performance and everything to do with feel. In front of you, two 12.3-inch screens fused into a single glass panel. The left screen is your instrument cluster, fully digital, fully customizable. The right screen is MBUX infotainment. You say, "Hey Mercedes, 72 degrees." It responds in half a second, no confirmation needed, just compliance. And then the light, pink, not bright, not loud, just present, running along the edges of the dashboard, flowing through the door panels, glowing beneath the seats. Here's what most people miss. Ambient lighting in luxury vehicles isn't decoration, it's psychology. Studies show that pink light reduces cortisol levels and creates subconscious associations with confidence and control. The sound system is Burmester. 27 speakers, 1500 watts, 3D surround sound. But here's what most people miss. It's not about volume, it's about absence. And that silence is where the power lives. The rear seats are executive class, reclining, heated, ventilated. Each passenger gets their own climate zone, wireless charging pad, and MBUX screen embedded into the front seat back. This isn't a cabin, it's a reset button. Now let's talk about what happens when you press the start button. Nothing. No roar, no rumble, no theatrics. Just a low hum. Because under the hood sits a 4.0-liter V8 bi-turbo engine enhanced with EQ Boost mild hybrid technology. Total output, 800 horsepower, 737 pounds-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. Let me say that again. A Maybach, a pickup, 4.2 seconds. For reference, the Ram TRX does 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds with a supercharged V8. The GMC Hummer EV6X6 does it in 3.5 seconds with instant electric torque. The Maybach GLS 800 pickup sits right between them, but it does it with 1,200 pounds more luxury, triple the interior refinement, and zero compromises in ride quality. That's the difference between power and control. The 9G Tronic transmission is telepathic. It doesn't wait for your input. It predicts it. Throttle position, road grade, drive mode, even your right foot pressure over the last 30 seconds. It chooses the gear before you know you need it. Shifts are seamless in comfort mode. 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive distributes torque dynamically. Front, rear, left, right. It adapts in milliseconds. You could launch this truck on ice, and it would grip like it's bolted down. Top speed is limited to 195 miles per hour. Not because it can't go faster, because it doesn't need to. Combined 18 miles per gallon. And if that bothers you, this vehicle was never meant for you. Let's be honest about real-world costs. Annual maintenance for a Maybach truck will likely run $4,000 to $6,000. Insurance? Expect $8,000 to $12,000 per year, depending on location. Tires? A set of 24-inch Pirelli Scorpions will cost around $5,500 installed. But here's the thing. Depreciation on limited production Maybach vehicles is historically better than mass-market performance trucks. Over 5 years, a Ram TRX loses 50 to 60% of its value. A Maybach GLS? Closer to 35 to 40%. Exclusivity protects resale. Now price. Expected MSRP, $385,000. Release date, late Q2, 2026. Deliveries begin summer. Select markets only. Production will be limited, not for exclusivity's sake, but because this truck was designed for a very specific kind of buyer. Not someone who wants a Maybach. Someone who wants a Maybach and refuses to compromise. Someone who needs a truck bed but will never sacrifice a massage seat. Someone who off-roads in Zegna. Remember what I said at the beginning. Maybach has never built a pickup, and they didn't build this one because the market asked for it. They built it because a small number of people exist in the world who refuse to choose between capability and luxury.